إحسان للدين والقرآن أدعوك يا رحمن أدعوك يا رحمن.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وقال الذي آمن يا قوم اتبعوني أهدكم سبيل الرشاد. يا قوم إنما هذه الحياة الدنيا متاع وإن الآخرة هي دار القرار. من عمل سيئة فلا يجزى إلا مثلها ومن عمل صالحا من ذكر أو أنثى وهو مؤمن فأولئك يدخلون الجنة يرزقون فيها بغير حساب. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وقال الذي آمن يا قوم اتبعوني أهدكم سبيل الرشاد. يا قوم إنما هذه الحياة الدنيا متاع وإن الآخرة هي دار القرار. من عمل سيئة فلا يجزى إلا مثلها ومن عمل صالحا من ذكر أو أنثى وهو مؤمن فأولئك يدخلون الجنة يرزقون فيها بغير حساب ويا قوم ما لي أدعوكم إلى النجاة وتدعونني إلى النار تدعونني لأكفر بالله وأشرك به ما ليس لي به علم وأنا أدعوكم إلى العزيز الغفار لا جرم أن ما تدعونني إليه ليس له دعوة في الدنيا ولا في الآخرة وأن مردنا إلى الله وأن مردنا إلى الله وأن المسرفين هم أصحاب النار فستذكرون ما أقول لكم وأفوض أمري إلى الله إن الله بصير بالعباد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد صدق الله العلي العظيم.
Since we opened our doors in the year 2000, our community has grown, not only in its numbers, but also its services, diversity, and scope. In order to continue this growth and prepare ourselves for the future, we have embarked on an ambitious journey to construct a purpose-built facility that will better serve followers of the Ahlul Bayt in DC, Maryland, and Virginia. The new masjid complex will feature prayer and lecture halls, classrooms, outdoor and indoor recreational space, and dedicated facilities for burial preparation. Located in central Fairfax County, Virginia, minutes from George Mason University and close to major highways, the new center will be accessible for anyone living in the DMV area. With the grace of Allah, this facility will serve as a religious home and anchor for our community. It will be a source of spiritual rejuvenation, guidance, community building, and outreach. After years of preparation and prayers, we have submitted our plans to the county and will inshallah begin construction soon. We ask you to join us in this endeavor however you can. First, we ask for your du'as. Second, we ask you to enrich our community and programs with your participation and volunteering. And finally, we ask for your financial contributions to make this masjid and community center a reality.
إنما يعمر مساجد الله من آمن بالله واليوم الآخر وأقام الصلاة وآتى الزكاة ولم يخش إلا الله فعسى أولئك أن يكونوا من المهتدين.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين بارئ الخلائق أجمعين، والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا أبي القاسم محمد، اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد، وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين، ولعنة الله على أعدائهم إلى قيام يوم الدين. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي، أما بعد. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Let us continue today the discussion of Zakatul Fitrah to complete the picture and also answer a few questions that have come, inshallah. The basic philosophy of Zakatul Fitrah is that this is a completion of our fast, as ahadith from Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salatu wassalam teach us. During this month of fasting, we have worshipped Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, many of us by fasting. Those who may have health concerns or other reasons why they're not able to fast or not required to fast, they will also have increased their prayer, their dua, their recitation of Quran, their charitable giving and assistance to other people during this month, which is also part of the worship of the month of Ramadan. And the completion and the conclusion of that is to give a portion of our blessings that Allah has given us to those who are needy. And we're not doing a favor when we give that charity. We are showing gratitude to Allah. So this is an act of ibadah and worship, and it is dependent on the intention of humility and obedience to Allah. The time for Zakatul Fitrah, as we mentioned, is before Eid. And a person can give the zakatul fitra in advance. So I can give the zakatul fitra after the first of the month of Ramadan on behalf of myself and my dependents. The only thing to bear in mind is that if I have estimated the number of my dependents or the members of my household, and that changes after I have paid the zakatul fitra and before Eid, then I will need to make an adjustment for the difference. So for example, after the month of Ramadan, let's say that I count myself, I count my household and my dependents, and I have a number of 5 people. I pay that zakatul fitra before Eid. But then it turns out that one of those dependents becomes independent, or a guest leaves before expected, and therefore I have 4 dependents. Well, in that case, if I have already paid the zakatul fitra and I don't need those funds, I will not take that back. But that is not part of the zakatul fitra, and under certain circumstances, if needed, those funds, that additional portion for that 5th person, can be taken back. Of course, in most cases, when we are not in need of doing so, we would keep that payment and let it go to those who are recipients. If, however, I have an additional dependent, for example, there is a pregnancy in the family and it was estimated that the child would be born after Eid. So when I paid my zakatul fitra before Eid, I did not include that unborn child. I included, for example, 4 members of the family. But it so happens that the child is born early and before Eid. And so on the sunset of Eid, I now have a family of 5 and not a family of 4. That 5th newborn was not counted in the zakatul fitra payment, and so now I will pay the zakatul fitra for 1 additional person before Eid. Or if I have a guest who comes into my home, or somebody who was not a dependent and has now become a dependent, perhaps unexpectedly, then that additional payment will need to be made on the day of Eid. These days, especially since traveling is reduced, we can probably have a pretty good estimation of our family size or our household size, and we can make that estimate. We can pay the zakatul fitra in advance for convenience. If you are going to pay the zakatul fitra to Shah Najaf, then you can visit our website. You can make that payment through PayPal or through Zelle using the email address shahinajafdc@gmail.com. You can specify in the payment that it is for zakatul fitra, and if you can also specify whether the head of household is Sayyid or non-Sayyid, then that will facilitate the distribution of the zakatul fitra. Of course, that specification of Sayyid or non-Sayyid is not a requirement, but it is helpful in making an effective and an efficient distribution. What are the requirements of the recipient of zakatul fitra? In general, the recipients of zakatul fitra are the same recipients of zakat funds, the general zakat funds. The general zakat funds have a number of uses that are enumerated in the Quran and ahadith of Ahlul Bayt, alayhimus salam. Zakatul fitra is to be used as a precaution, as an obligatory precaution for a subset of those general uses. So for zakat, one of the uses is to pay the debts of those who are in debt. One of the uses is in the way of Allah for good work that in general is of service to the cause of Allah or that is pleasing to Allah. And one of the uses of general zakat funds is for fuqara and masakin, the needy and the indigent. Zakatul fitra, as a precaution, should be used for that subset, specifically for those who are needy. Now, sometimes people have that question that, what if there is another cause that's also important? Well, if there is another cause that is important, I should contribute to it. And perhaps I can contribute my own personal funds, or I can contribute funds from another religious obligation that I have that can be earmarked for that other important cause. But different religious funds, they have specific causes that they are earmarked for, and they should be used for that purpose. When there are other priorities or other important causes, then we can use other funds for those other causes. And just like in our personal budget, there is a need for food, there is a need for shelter, there is a need for payment of debts, there is a need for example, gift giving or other expenses that we may have. Each of those is its own budget item. And we can't just take money from food and put it in the shelter container when there is a need for food. In emergency cases, then the religious authorities do make allowances, just like in our personal budget. When we don't have enough funds, then we do need to decide, do we pay the mortgage or the rent, or do we pay the groceries? God protect us from having to make those difficult circumstances, but those are exceptions, not the normal pattern. Similarly, with our religious funds, different forms of religious obligations are earmarked for specific purposes, and they should be used for that purpose. So I'll talk a little bit about the uses of Zakatul Fitrah. One of the requirements for Zakatul Fitrah is that it should be given to a mu'min, somebody who is a believer in the imamat of Ahlul Bayt ﷺ and follows the school of Ahlul Bayt. Does that mean that people who are not followers of Ahlul Bayt from other Muslim schools of thought, or people who are not Muslim, can also be in need and we should help them out? Yes, we should help them out, but Zakatul Fitrah and Zakat is not earmarked for that purpose. There are other funds we have that we can give, our own recommended sadaqah, in some cases Raddul Madhalim, or general zakat funds with certain conditions, or fidya or kafara can be used for those other causes. So the important thing to remember is that zakat has specific uses that are earmarked by Allah, defined by Allah. Zakatul Fitrah has specific uses that are defined by Allah. These funds should go to those uses. And then if we have other needs, we should be generous with our own funds and try to contribute to those other needs as well. And I'll talk a little bit about the recipient of Zakat and Zakatul Fitrah in just a moment. Now, the amount of Zakatul Fitrah is a sa'. A sa' is a unit of measure that was common in Arabia, defined as 4 mud. A sa' is approximately equal to 3 kilograms. Or for those who are not used to the metric system, that is about equal to 6.6 pounds. So 6.6 pounds of a staple food. Now, you can count rice, you can count wheat, you can count pasta or lentils, but it should be something that is a staple food in your area. So if in your area dates are not a staple food, then you shouldn't use dates as the food that you are giving for Zakatul Fitrah. But if dates are a staple food in your area, and rice is also a staple food, then you can give the Zakatul Fitrah in dates, or you can give the Zakatul Fitrah in rice. And you can actually get that quantity of food and give it to somebody who is needy. So you can get 6.6 pounds of rice, or a 10-pound bag of rice, for example, for convenience, and you can give it as Zakatul Fitrah to somebody who is a qualified recipient. But for convenience, both of the person giving the funds and of the person receiving, you can also give the cash equivalent. And then you can estimate the cash equivalent. But it's recommended that you give of equal or greater quality to what you yourself consume. So let's say that you choose rice as the standard for Zakatul Fitra. If you're giving actual rice, then if you buy the medium quality rice for your own family or the good quality rice for your own family, don't look for the cheapest expired bag of rice to give for Zakatul Fitra. Or if you're estimating the cost, if that quantity of rice you would buy for yourself, with a price of $10, then don't get the $7 bag of rice to give for Zakatul Fitra. So give of equal quality or better quality to what you use for your own self and for your own family. We're estimating this year that that quantity of food, if you're paying Zakatul Fitra, should be about $10 per person as a minimum. But of course, it's recommended to give better quality or to give more. So if you are able to afford it, and you can give $12 per person or $15 per person, inshallah, that will be a greater reward and blessing for you and your family. And there are many people who are in need and will be able to use that assistance. So you can give that Zakatul Fitra in advance of Eid. And if you do so, then, for example, if you give it to Shah Najaf, then you will make the intention that you are deputizing that organization to search for and to pay the Zakatul Fitra on your behalf to the deserving recipient. Inshallah, when we collect our funds in that way, that allows for a more efficient and a more substantial assistance to be given to those who are in need. And we should bear in mind that at this time, an increased number of people are referring to Islamic centers for assistance. Inshallah, we can all take part in meeting those needs. As a precaution, it's also recommended to pay the Zakatul Fitra in your own city if there are people who are poor or in need in your own city. This is another question that people sometimes have. What if there is a great need in a different country? Well, if there is a greater need in a different country, barring those emergency examples that I mentioned earlier, then you can contribute more than you give in Zakatul Fitra to those in greater need, but give the Zakatul Fitra in your own city. So if I have a household of 5 people, I can give $50 of Zakatul Fitra, and in order to observe that precaution, I give that to be distributed in my own area, and then I might give a $100 donation to a needy person or to a charitable cause in a country where there is greater poverty. If there is an emergency, then some fuqaha do not require that precaution, and they do permit Zakatul Fitra to be sent outside of one's own city. And if there are not poor people in my own town, if I live in a small town and I know that there are only 2 or 3 other mu'min families, for example, and none of them is poor, by the grace of Allah, then Zakatul Fitra can be sent outside of the city as well. Zakatul Fitra, you do not need to specify for the recipient that it is Zakatul Fitra. And in fact, if it will be embarrassing for that person, then it is preferable not to specify that it is Zakatul Fitra, as long as it's clear that that person is being given those funds and they can use those funds. So it should be clear that it's not a loan, for example. You can give it, though, as a gift. It is your responsibility as the one giving Zakatul Fitra to make sure that they are a worthy recipient, so that they are qualified to receive those funds, because not everybody can receive zakat funds. So if you are giving it to somebody, you don't need to tell them this is Zakatul Fitra, and it's not their responsibility, it's your responsibility to make sure that they are a worthy recipient. That's another reason why it helps to give it to your Islamic center or to an alim, to make sure that the funds reach the qualified recipients. So for example, if you have a family of 3 people, your Zakatul Fitra, depending on what baseline you set, might be $30 or $32 or $36 or $45. Let's say that you know somebody who is in need. You can give that person $100. and you can call the entire thing a gift. But in your mind, you've made the intention that 30 of that, or 36 of that, or $30 or $45 from that amount is your zakatul fitrah, and the remainder you are giving as a gift. And you don't need to specify that for the other person. It's more dignified and less embarrassing for the recipient. You can say that, I've been meaning to give you a gift for Eid, and this is for you and for your family. And that way they know that the money is for them. They can accept it with happiness, and you have made the intention of zakatul fitrah. So zakat funds can be given to a recipient as long as the recipient is a qualified recipient without specifying that this is zakatul fitrah. It's also recommended not to give one recipient less than that one sa', that 6.6 pounds or the equivalent cash amount. You can combine several households or several individuals' zakatul fitrah and give it to one person. So, for example, if I know somebody who is needy, I can give my household and maybe some of my friends. We can come together, collect our zakatul fitrah and give that person $100. Or we can divide it up, for example. I have 3 people in my household, somebody has 7 people in their household, together that's 10. So we can give 5 people's fitrah to one recipient and 5 people's fitrah to another recipient. It can be divided up in that way. It's recommended, not required, but recommended, to give preference to your relatives, your neighbors, and those people who have religious virtues or merit, knowledge, piety, upright character. Give them preference, all else being equal. And that's because zakatul fitrah is not just about poverty alleviation or providing food to somebody who is needy. The amount of fitrah that I am going to give, it might just be a few days of groceries for that receiving family. One of the goals also is to affirm our values, to strengthen our relationships, to create a sense of community. And so when I give that zakatul fitrah within my own city, when I give preference to people who are relatives, to people who are neighbors, to people who have religious merit, I'm also affirming those values are important to me. Those relationships are important to me. And that helps strengthen those values and strengthen those relationships in my community. And all people in that community benefit, the wealthy and the needy, benefit from the affirmation and the strengthening of those relationships. So that's a recommendation. However, it might be the case that I have a relative and they are a deserving recipient, but for example, they are just slightly needy. They cannot meet, for example, their full rent with ease. But then there is somebody else who is not a relative and they don't have a roof over their heads. They don't have enough food and they're going to bed hungry, or their kids are going to bed hungry. So in that case, then I might prefer that person who is in greater need over the person who is a neighbor or a relative and is still a worthy recipient, but not quite in that much need. So all else being equal, if there are 2 people, for example, in equal need, if there's somebody who is a neighbor, give them preference. If there's somebody who has religious merit or knowledge, give them preference. If there is somebody who is a neighbor or a relative, give them preference. But then there might be other considerations, and you do not need to abide by those recommendations. I mentioned earlier that zakatul fitrah is to be given to somebody who is faqir or miskin, the needy and the indigent, out of the various recipients of general zakat funds. This one category is what zakatul fitrah funds should be used for. The condition that applies to the recipient is that, number 1, they should be a mu'min, meaning they should believe in the school and the teachings of Ahlul Bayt and the imamat of Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam. A person who is a kafir, a person who is a member of a different school of thought within Islam, we should be charitable to them, we should be kind to them, we should help them with their needs when we are able, but zakatul fitrah funds are not intended for that purpose. When we say believers, there are certain dependents of believers who do not have the intellectual or the rational capacity to be responsible for choosing their religion. For example, children, or people who are insane, or perhaps have some mental challenges. Those people can also be given zakatul fitra if they are the children or the dependents of a mu'min, a believer. Then they can be given zakatul fitra even if they themselves do not have the mental capacity, or they have not developmentally reached a stage where they are responsible for choosing their religion on their own. Second condition is that zakatul fitra should not be used for something that is haram. And as a precaution, we should not give zakatul fitra to somebody who is not going to use it for haram, but getting that zakatul fitra might encourage them to do something that is haram. So using it for haram, for example, if somebody is going to take that zakatul fitra, and even though they're poor, they're going to buy a lottery ticket or they're going to gamble with those funds. Using those zakatul fitra for haram, if I know that's going to take place, then I should not give the zakatul fitra to that person, even if they are poor. I might know that the person is going to use the zakatul fitra for groceries. They'll use it for a worthy cause. But they also, for example, God forbid, have a gambling habit. And my giving them zakatul fitra, even if they're not using these funds for something that is haram, it'll give them a little bit of encouragement that, all right, my groceries are taken care of, and now I'll spend more time on gambling or on that haram activity. As a precaution, I should not give zakatul fitra in that situation as well, and I should prefer somebody of upright character. But it is not required that the person you're giving zakatul fitra to be adil, meaning that they are fully observant of their prayer and their fasting and all of their other Islamic obligations. You do not have to rule somebody out because they may have certain shortcomings in their character or be committing some sins. As long as they are not using that fund for haram, and giving those funds to them is not encouraging them in doing something that is haram, they can receive zakatul fitra. Of course, as we said, as a recommendation, give preference to those people who are of upright character. And if there are people who have a haram habit, for example, somebody who is gambling or using haram substances, then mind-altering substances, for example, then provide them your advice, your support, but zakatul fitra funds should not be used for that person. Certainly should not be used for somebody where it might enable that haram behavior. And thirdly, zakatul fitra should not be given to somebody whom it is obligatory on you to support. So for example, a husband is Islamically obligated to support his wife. A Muslim is obligated to support their parents if they are needy, or their children if their children are needy. Adult children, for example, who are poor, I have an obligation to support them from my own funds. So I can't say that my parents are poor, I'll pay them zakatul fitra. My children are poor, I'll pay them zakatul fitra. My wife is poor, I'll pay her my zakatul fitra. That is my obligation from my own funds. I can give zakatul fitra to relatives, but those relatives whom it is not obligatory on me to support directly. So, for example, a cousin, an uncle, a sibling. If I'm not directly obligated to support them from my own funds, then I can give them zakatul fitra, and maybe as part of other forms of assistance that I will get them to help put them back on their feet and help them meet their expenses and preserve their dignity. A wife, however, can give her zakatul fitra to her husband if her husband is poor. So if a wife, for example, has earnings or savings or is received an inheritance and she is not poor and she is obligated to give zakatul fitra, but her husband, for example, lost a job or is unable to work due to health reasons, and being indigent is able to receive zakatul fitra. The wife can give her fitra to her husband, and then the husband can spend it on his dependents and on the family, because the wife Islamically is not obligated to earn and support her husband. Of course, this is a question of the Islamic law. In a family, inshallah, those decisions will be made mutually by the husband and wife to support their family unit as a single unit and to support their relatives and in-laws. Those are decisions that should be made mutually. And when there is a situation that arises where we need to know what is the Islamic requirement, that is when we can say that the wife is permitted to use her fitrah for her husband, but the husband is not permitted to give his fitrah to the wife because of that different obligation of financial maintenance. But inshallah, our families will make those decisions together and with mutual agreement. There is one question that was sent about a person who may be providing assistance to other people. The standard is whether somebody is considered to be your dependent by common custom. So let's say, for example, there's a family, I'm providing them a rent-free home. I have a second home, I'm letting them use that home rent-free or at a very reduced rent. But they meet their other expenses through their savings or through their earnings. If custom says that they are not my dependent, then I'm not responsible for their fitrah, they will be responsible for their own fitrah. But if I'm meeting the majority of their expenses, I'm providing their home, majority of their groceries, such that common custom would say that they are my dependent, then I am responsible for their fitrah. So the standard is, will custom say that this person is your dependent? If so, then you are responsible for paying their fitrah. And if custom will not say that, say I have somebody, I give them periodic gifts or assistance, I sometimes send some groceries over, but I'm not responsible for all of their expenses, they're not dependent on me, then I will not be responsible for paying their fitrah. So once again, the standard is common custom. Is somebody your dependent or not? And if they are your dependent, then you will pay their fitrah. If not, then they will pay their own fitrah if they can afford it and they are responsible for fitrah. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
لقد خلقنا الإنسان في أحسن تقويم ثم رددناه أسفل سافلين إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات فلهم أجر غير ممنون فما يكذبك بعد بالدين أليس الله بأحكم الحاكمين صدق الله العلي العظيم.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Bobby and I recite
on Imam Mehdi.
On Imam Mehdi.
And what's your name? What's your name?
My name is Jafar.
Okay, chalo. Salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Chalo, dono paro.
Ya Mehdi, where are you? You can't see me, but I can still see you. Please come soon. Ya Mehdi, where are you? I'm like the sun behind the clock. We're praying. Ya Mehdi, Ya Mehdi, where are you? You can't see me, but I can still see you. Please come soon. Ya Mehdi, Ya Mehdi, where are you? I'm in the car of Allah, I'm in the car of Allah. We're waiting for you. We're waiting for you.
Salawat. Allahumma
salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Since we opened our doors in the year 2000, our community has grown, not only in its numbers, but also its services, diversity, and scope. In order to continue this growth and prepare ourselves for the future, we have embarked on an ambitious journey to construct a purpose-built facility that will better serve followers of the Ahlul Bayt in DC, Maryland, and Virginia. The new masjid complex will feature prayer and lecture halls, classrooms, outdoor and indoor recreational space, and dedicated facilities for burial preparation. Located in central Fairfax County, Virginia, minutes from George Mason University and close to major highways, the new center will be accessible for anyone living in the DMV area. With the grace of Allah, this facility will serve as a religious home and anchor for our community. It will be a source of spiritual rejuvenation, guidance, community building, and outreach. After years of preparation and prayers, we have submitted our plans to the county and will inshallah begin construction soon. We ask you to join us in this endeavor however you can. First, we ask for your du'as. Second, we ask you to enrich our community and programs with your participation and volunteering. And finally, we ask for your financial contributions to make this masjid and community center a reality.
إنما يعمر مساجد الله من آمن بالله واليوم الآخر وأقام الصلاة وآتى الزكاة ولم يخش إلا الله فعسى أولئك أن يكونوا من المهتدين.
صل على محمد وآل محمد وارزقني حج بيتك الحرام في عامي هذا وفي كل عام، واغفر لي تلك الذنوب العظام، فإنه لا يغفرها غيرك يا رحمن يا علام. اللهم إني أفتتح الثناء بحمدك، وأنت مسدد للصواب بمنك، وأيقنت أنك أنت أرحم الراحمين في موضع العفو والرحمة، وأشد المعاقبين في موضع النكال والنقمة، وأعظم المتجبرين في موضع الكبرياء والعظمة. اللهم أذنت لي في دعائك ومسألتك، فاسمع يا سميع مدحتي، وأجب يا رحيم دعوتي. وأقل يا غفور عثرتي. فكم يا إلهي من كربة قد فرجتها، وهموم قد كشفتها، وعثرة قد أقلتها، ورحمة قد نشرتها، وحلقة بلاء قد فككتها. الحمد لله الذي لم يتخذ صاحبة ولا ولدا، ولم يكن له شريك في الملك، ولم يكن له ولي من الذل. وكبره تكبيرا. الحمد لله بجميع محامده كلها، على جميع نعمه كلها. الحمد لله الذي لا شريك له في خلقه، ولا شبيه له في عظمته. الحمد لله الفاشي في الخلق أمره، وحمده الظاهر، وحمده الظاهر بالكرم مجده، الباسط بالجود يداه، الذي لا تنقص خزائنه، ولا تزيده كثرة العطاء إلا جودا وكرما. إنه هو العزيز الوهاب. اللهم إني أسألك قليلا من كثير، مع حاجة بي إليه عظيمة، وغناك عنه قديم، وهو عندي كثير، وهو عليك سهل يسير. اللهم إن عفوك عن ذنبي، وتجاوزك عن خطيئتي، وصفحك عن ظلمي، وسترك على قبيح عملي، وحلمك عن كثير جرمي، عندما كان من خطئي وعمدي أطمعني في أن أسألك ما لا أستوجبه منك، الذي رزقتني من رحمتك، وأريتني من قدرتك، وعرفتني من إجابتك، فصرت أدعوك آمنا، وأسألك مستانسا، لا خائفا ولا وجلا، مدلا عليك فيما قصدت فيه إليك. فإن أبطأ عني عتبت بجهلي عليك، ولعل الذي أبطأ عني هو خير لي، لعلمك بعاقبة الأمور. فلم أر مولا كريما أصبر على عبد لئيم منك علي يا رب. إنك تدعوني فأولي عنك، وتتحبب إلي فتبغض إليك، وتتودد إلي فلا أقبل منك. كأن لي التطول عليك، فلم يمنعك ذلك من الرحمة لي والإحسان إلي والتفضل علي بجودك وكرمك. فارحم عبدك الجاهل وجد عليه بفضل إحسانك، إنك جواد كريم. الحمد لله مالك الملك مجري الفلك مسخر الرياح فالق الإصباح ديان الدين رب العالمين. الحمد لله على حلمه بعد علمه، والحمد لله على عفوه بعد قدرته، والحمد لله على طول أناته في غضبه، وهو قادر على ما يريد. الحمد لله خالق الخلق باسط الرزق فالق الإصباح ذي الجلال والإكرام والفضل والإنعام، الذي بعد فلا يرى وقرب فشهد النجوى، تبارك وتعالى. الحمد لله الذي ليس له منازع يعادله، ولا شبيه يشاكله، ولا ظهير يعاضده. قهر بعزته الأعزاء وتواضع لعظمته العظماء، فبلغ بقدرته ما يشاء. الحمد لله الذي يجيبني حين أناديه، ويستر علي كل عورة وأنا أعصيه، ويعظم النعمة علي فلا أجازيه. فكم من موهبة هنية قد أعطاني، وعظيمة مخوفة قد كفاني، وبهجة مونقة قد أراني، فأثني عليه حامدا وأذكره مسبحا. الحمد لله الذي لا يهتك حجابه ولا يغلق بابه ولا يرد سائله ولا يخيب آمله. الحمد لله الذي يؤمن الخائفين وينجي الصالحين، ويرفع المستضعفين ويضع المستكبرين، ويهلك ملوكا ويستخلف آخرين. والحمد لله قاصم الجبارين مبير الظالمين مدرك الهاربين نكال الظالمين صريخ المستصرخين، موضع حاجات الطالبين، معتمد المؤمنين. الحمد لله الذي من خشيته ترعد السماء وسكانها، وترجف الأرض وعمارها، وتموج البحار ومن يسبح في غمراتها. الحمد لله الذي هدانا لهذا وما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هدانا الله. الحمد لله الذي يخلق ولم يخلق، ويرزق ولا يرزق، ويطعم ولا يطعم، ويميت الأحياء ويحيي الموتى، وهو حي لا يموت، بيده الخير وهو على كل شيء قدير. اللهم صل على محمد عبدك ورسولك وأمينك وصفيك وحبيبك وخيرتك من خلقك، وحافظ سرك ومبلغ رسالاتك، أفضل وأحسن وأجمل وأكمل وأزكى وأنمى وأطيب وأطهر وأسنى وأكثر ما صليت وباركت وترحمت وتحننت وسلمت على أحد من عبادك وأنبيائك ورسلك وصفوتك وأهل الكرامة عليك من خلقك. اللهم وصل على علي أمير المؤمنين ووصي رسول رب العالمين، عبدك ووليك وأخي رسولك وحجتك على خلقك وآيتك الكبرى والنبأ العظيم. وصل على الصديقة الطاهرة فاطمة الزهراء سيدة نساء العالمين. وصل على سبطي الرحمة وإمامي الهدى الحسن والحسين سيدي شباب أهل الجنة. وصل على أئمة المسلمين علي بن الحسين ومحمد بن علي وجعفر بن محمد وموسى بن جعفر وعلي بن موسى ومحمد بن علي وعلي بن محمد والحسن بن علي والخلف الهادي المهدي، حججك على عبادك وأمنائك في بلادك صلاة كثيرة دائمة. اللهم وصل على ولي أمرك القائم المؤمل والعدل المنتظر وحفه بملائكتك المقربين، وأيده بروح القدس يا رب العالمين. اللهم اجعله الداعي إلى كتابك والقائم بدينك، استخلفه في الأرض كما استخلفت الذين من قبله، مكن له دينه الذي ارتضيته له، أبدله من بعد خوفه أمنا يعبدك لا يشرك بك شيئا. اللهم أعزه وأعزز به، وانصره وانتصر به، وانصره نصرا عزيزا، وافتح له فتحا يسيرا. واجعل له من لدنك سلطانا نصيرا. اللهم أظهر به دينك وسنة نبيك حتى لا يستخفي بشيء من الحق مخافة أحد من الخلق. اللهم إنا نرغب إليك في دولة كريمة تعز بها الإسلام وأهله، وتذل بها النفاق وأهله، وتجعلنا فيها من الدعاة إلى طاعتك والقادة إلى سبيلك، وترزقنا بها كرامة الدنيا والآخرة. اللهم ما عرفتنا من الحق فحملنا، وما قصرنا عنه فبلغنا. اللهم المم به شعثنا، واشعب به صدعنا، وارتق به فتقنا، وكثر به قلتنا، وأعزز به ذلتنا، وأغن به عائلنا، واقض به عن مغرمنا، واجبر به فقرنا، وسد به خلتنا، ويسر به عسرنا، وبيض به وجوهنا، وفك به أسرنا، وأنجح به طلبتنا، وأنجز به مواعيدنا، واستجب به دعوتنا، وأعطنا به سؤلنا، وبلغنا به من الدنيا والآخرة آمالنا، وأعطنا به فوق رغبتنا يا خير المسؤولين وأوسع المعطين. اشف به صدورنا، وأذهب به غيظ قلوبنا، واهدنا به لما اختلف فيه من الحق بإذنك، إنك تهدي من تشاء إلى صراط مستقيم. وانصرنا به على عدوك وعدونا إله الحق. آمين. اللهم إنا نشكو إليك فقد نبينا صلواتك عليه وآله، وغيبة ولينا، وكثرة عدونا، وقلة عددنا، وشدة الفتن بنا، وتظاهر الزمان علينا. فصل على محمد وآل محمد، وأعنا على ذلك بفتح منك تعجله، وبضر تكشفه، ونصر تعزه، وسلطان حق تظهره، ورحمة منك تجللناها، وعافية منك تلبسناها، برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم برحمتك في الصالحين فادخلنا، وفي عليين فارفعنا، وبكاس من معين من عين سلسبيل فاسقنا، ومن الحور العين برحمتك فزوجنا، ومن الولدان المخلدين كأنهم لؤلؤ مكنون فأخدمنا، ومن ثمار الجنة ولحوم الطير فأطعمنا، ومن ثياب السندس والحرير والاستبرق فالبسنا، وليلة القدر وحج بيتك الحرام، وقتلا في سبيلك فوفق لنا، وصالح الدعاء والمسألة فاستجب لنا. وإذا جمعت الأولين والآخرين يوم القيامة فارحمنا، وبراءة من النار فاكتب لنا، وفي جهنم فلا تغلنا، وفي عذابك وهوانك فلا تبتلنا، ومن الزقوم والضريع فلا تطعمنا، ومع الشياطين فلا تجعلنا، وفي النار على وجوهنا فلا تكببنا، ومن ثياب النار وسرابيل القطران فلا تلبسنا، ومن كل سوء يا لا إله إلا أنت، بحق لا إله إلا أنت فنجنا. اللهم إني أسألك أن تجعل فيما تقضي وتقدر من الأمر المحتوم في الأمر الحكيم، من القضاء الذي لا يرد ولا يبدل، أن تكتبني من حجاج بيتك الحرام المبرور حجهم، المشكور سعيهم، المغفور ذنوبهم، المكفر عن سيئاتهم، وأن تجعل فيما تقضي وتقدر أن تطيل عمري في خير وعافية، وتوسع في رزقي، وتجعلني ممن تنتصر به لدينك، ولا تستبدل بي غيري. أعوذ بجلال وجهك الكريم أن ينقضي عني شهر رمضان، أو يطلع الفجر من ليلتي هذه، ولك قبلي تبعة أو ذنب تعذبني عليه.
Since we opened our doors in the year 2000, our community has grown, not only in its numbers, but also its services, diversity, and scope. In order to continue this growth and prepare ourselves for the future, we have embarked on an ambitious journey to construct a purpose-built facility that will better serve followers of the Ahlul Bayt in DC, Maryland, and Virginia. The new masjid complex will feature prayer and lecture halls, classrooms, outdoor and indoor recreational space, and dedicated facilities for burial preparation. Located in central Fairfax County, Virginia, minutes from George Mason University and close to major highways, the new center will be accessible for anyone living in the DMV area. With the grace of Allah, this facility will serve as a religious home and anchor for our community. It will be a source of spiritual rejuvenation, guidance, community building, and outreach. After years of preparation and prayers, we have submitted our plans to the county and will inshallah begin construction soon. We ask you to join us in this endeavor however you can. First, we ask for your du'as. Second, we ask you to enrich our community and programs with your participation and volunteering. And finally, we ask for your financial contributions to make this masjid and community center a reality.
إلهي عظم البلاء وبرح الخفاء، وانكشف الغطاء وانقطع الرجاء، أضاقت الأرض ومنعت السماء، وأنت المستعان وإليك المشتكى وعليك المعول، في الشدة والرخاء. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد أولي الأمر الذين فرضت علينا طاعتهم وعرفتنا بذلك منزلتهم، ففرج عنا بحقهم فرجا عاجلا قريبا كلمح البصر أو هو أقرب. يا محمد يا علي يا علي يا محمد اكفياني فإنكما كافيان وانصراني فإنكما ناصران. يا مولانا يا صاحب الزمان الغوث 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 أدركني 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 الساعة الساعة الساعة. العجب 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 يا أرحم الراحمين بحق محمد وآله الطاهرين.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم رب شهر رمضان الذي أنزلت فيه القرآن وافترضت على عبادك فيه الصيام، صل على محمد وآل محمد وارزقني حج بيتك الحرام في عامي هذا وفي كل عام، واغفر لي تلك الذنوب العظام فإنه لا يغفرها غيرك يا رحمن يا علام. وصل اللهم على محمد وآله الطاهرين. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. يا علي يا عظيم يا غفور يا رحيم. أنت الرب العظيم الذي ليس كمثله شيء وهو السميع البصير. وهذا شهر عظمته وكرمته وشرفته وفضلته على الشهور، وهو الشهر الذي فرضت صيامه علي، وهو شهر رمضان الذي أنزلت فيه القرآن هدى للناس وبينات من الهدى والفرقان. وجعلت فيه ليلة القدر وجعلتها خيرا من 1000 شهر. فيا ذا المن ولا يمن عليك، من علي بفكاك رقبتي من النار، في من تمن عليه وأدخلني الجنة برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. سبحان الله والحمد لله ولا إله إلا الله والله أكبر ولله الحمد. الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله. صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم. أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم. أشهد أن عليا ولي الله صلوات الله وسلامه عليه. أشهد أن مولانا عليا أمير المؤمنين وأبناءه المعصومين حجج الله. حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح حي على خير العمل حي على خير العمل. الله أكبر الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله. لا إله إلا الله. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم كن لوليك الحجة ابن الحسن صلواتك عليه وعلى آبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا وعينا حتى تسكنه أرضك طوعا وتمتعه فيها طويلا. وهب لنا رأفته ورحمته ودعاءه وخيره. اللهم إنا نرغب إليك في دولة كريمة تعز بها الإسلام وأهله وتذل بها النفاق وأهله وتجعلنا فيها من الدعاة إلى طاعتك والقادة إلى سبيلك وترزقنا بها كرامة الدنيا والآخرة. اللهم اقض حاجة كل محتاج واشف كل مريض وفرج عن كل مكروب ومهموم ومظلوم. عجل وقرب فرج إمام زماننا واجعلنا من أنصاره وأعوانه. ابعث سلامنا إلى إمام زماننا واردد منه السلام إلينا وإلى أرواح المؤمنين والمؤمنات والشهداء السعداء الذين بذلوا أنفسهم الشريفة في خدمة الدين والمذهب. رحم الله من يقرأ سورة الفاتحة تسبقها الصلاة على محمد وآل محمد.
السلام عليك يا حجة الله في أرضه. السلام عليك يا أين الله في خلقه. السلام عليك يا نور الله الذي يهتدي به المهتدون ويفرج به عن المؤمنين. السلام عليك أيها المهذب الخائف. السلام عليك أيها الغني الواسع. السلام عليك أيها المهذب الخائف. السلام عليك أيها الغني الواسع. السلام عليك يا سفينة النجاة. السلام عليك يا أين الحياة يا أين الحياة.
سلامي للحبيب وبهجة وآية. سلام يا العطور والوان وزهار. سلام يا الغروب ورجعة طيار. سلام اللي ويسلم على النهار. سلامي للحبيب وبهجة أنوار. سلام يا العطور والوان وزهار. سلام يا الغروب ورجعة طيار. سلام اللي ويسلم على النهار. حبيبي يا نسيم الشوق. حبيبي يا عز معشوق. أحبك يا بعيد بقد مسافاتي. أحبك والسلام لمعاناتي. سلام